Okay.
Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to discuss about case discussion, continuation of previous classes. Today we are going to discuss about three cases. These are the three cases we are mainly discussing here. First, obstructive jaundice. Second, multiple myeloma. Third, phenylketonuria. First case. A 50-year-old man was admitted with recurrent pain in the abdomen. Pain aggravated after taking a fatty food. She passed dark urine, pale colored stools. She also complains of intense itching. Her mucous membrane conjunctiva appeared yellowish in color. Laboratory findings. Here the parameter mainly we have measured is total bilirubin and direct bilirubin. Total bilirubin reference value is 0.4 to 1.2 milligram per deciliter. Direct bilirubin difference value is 0.1 to 0.4 milligram per deciliter. But in cases, it ranges 14.5 milligram per deciliter. In direct bilirubin, in cases 10.3 milligram per deciliter. Here, bilirubin levels are elevated. The condition is mainly hyperbilirubinemia. Here, the sign and symptoms mainly shows that these are jaundice. Jaundice in a French, jaune means yellow discoloration of sclera or eyes, skin and mucous membrane, pale colored stools, dark colored urine, itchy skin. These are main sign and symptoms of jaundice. Jaundice is main characteristic sign of liver disease. Here mainly the bilirubin levels are elevated. Questions. What is the type of condition she is suffering from? What biochemical test can be carried in urine in this case? What are other blood tests to be carried out in this patient? What is the type of condition she is suffering from? Obstructive jaundice. Obstructive jaundice is also called as a post-hepatic jaundice. Here, obstruction, the word itself, obstruction in the bile duct. This prevents the passage of the bile into the intestine. Here, mainly obstruction occurs due to the gallstones and tumors formation. When there is a blockage in the bile duct, excess bilirubin will be regurgitated into the circulation, and urine also excreted along with bile salts. Whenever increases the concentration of conjugated bilirubin, which results in conjugated hyperbilirubinemia. As similarly, ALP levels are elevated, alkaline phosphatase levels are elevated, and dark colored of urine is formed and increases excretion and increases the urinary excretion, and pale colored stools are formed. Clay colored stools are formed due to the absence of stercobilinogen. Obstructive jaundice. Here the type of bilirubin is mainly conjugated bilirubin. It is also known as an obstructive jaundice. The class of jaundice is post-hepatic jaundice. These are the main causes for obstructive jaundice: extrahepatic cholestasis, gallstones, tumors of the bile duct, carcinoma head of pancreas, lymph node enlargement in porta hepatis. Obstructive jaundice. Here mainly biliary obstruction increases due to the intrabiliary pressure and progressive dilation of intrahepatic bile ducts and suppress the hepatic bile flow, and reabsorption and regurgitation of conjugated bilirubin into the bloodstream, which results in jaundice and formation of bilirubinuria, echolic stools. Coming to the discussion part, here mainly jaundice is classified in three types: pre-hepatic, hepatic or intrahepatic jaundice, or the post-hepatic jaundice. Post-hepatic jaundice is also known as an obstructive jaundice. Pre-hepatic jaundice is mainly the causes of malaria and sickle cell anemia, and intrahepatic jaundice or hepatic jaundice mainly for viral infections, alcoholic liver diseases, and liver cancer. And post-hepatic jaundice causes are mainly gallstone formation, pancreatic cancer, bile duct cancer. These are main causes of jaundice. Mainly depends on the metabolism of bilirubin metabolism. Here the first breakdown of RBC in presence of oxidation reaction, in presence of enzyme heme oxygenase, and converted into the biliverdin in presence of biliverdin reductase, reduction reaction and formation of bilirubin. This bilirubin which binds with the albumin and formation of the bilirubin albumin complex here, which enters into the hepatocyte and bind with the cytoplasmic proteins like in a ligands. Here it is conjugated with a glucuronic acid and formation of conjugated bilirubin. This conjugated bilirubin reacted with a bacteria in presence of bacterial protease enzyme and formation of urobilinogen which enters into the small intestine. This conjugated bilirubin which enters into the small intestine and converted into the urobilinogen. Here urobilinogen some amount some amount which enters into the kidney. This urobilinogen excreted in urine as in the form of urobilin. Here, the some amount of an stercobilinogen passes through the feces and formation of yellow color stools here. And this stercobilinogen which oxidizes outside the bilirubin and converted into the stercobilin, brown color stools are formed here. This is a normal metabolism in post-hepatic jaundice. This metabolism in post-hepatic jaundice or obstructive jaundice. Here, the conjugated bilirubin levels are elevated. So, the condition which results in conjugated hyperbilirubinemia. As similarly, ALP levels are also elevated and which damages the bile duct here. Here, mainly the dark colored of urine increases the urinary excretion of bilirubin and clay colored stools are formed due to the absence of stercobilinogen. Urine in obstructive jaundice. This is a normal urine. In obstructive jaundice, the urine condition is mainly bilirubinuria. Bilirubin in urine is bilirubinuria. Heme in presence of heme oxygenase or oxidation reaction, it is converted into the biliverdin. Biliverdin in presence of biliverdin reductase or reduction reaction and converts into bilirubin. Bilirubin here which is conjugated with UDP monoglucuronide or UDP diglucuronide in presence of UDP glucuronyl transferase and formation of conjugated bilirubin. When there is a deficiency of UDP glucuronyl transferase in neonates and formation of neonatal jaundice or physiological jaundice. This is healthy baby and baby with jaundice. What biochemical test can be carried in urine in this case? First, Hayes test, bile salts, presence of bile salts, Pouchet's test, presence of bile pigments, urobilinogen, Ehrlich's aldehyde test. It is an absence here. Here bile salts are sodium taurocholate and potassium glycocolate. Bile pigments are bilirubin and biliverdin, presence in obstructive jaundice. Laboratory findings in obstructive jaundice. Here the main specimen is urine. Here the test is mainly Hayes test. Presence of bile salts here and presence of bile pigments in Fauci's test and also absence of urobilinogen. So the test is mainly Ehrlich's test and presence of clay colored urobilins in post-hepatic or obstructive jaundice. Coming to the test for the bile salts, to 2 ml of urine, add a water in both test tube and also add sulfur and sprinkle a little sulfur powder in both test tubes. Here the sulfur powder which settles at the bottom. Here the sulfur powder which floats in the water. This is the positive test. This is the control for the comparison. This is mainly due to the surface tension. This indicates that the presence of bile salts in urine in case of obstructive jaundice. Next, Fauci reaction for bile pigments. Bile pigments are mainly bilirubin and biliverdin. Here in urine, barium chloride reacts with ammonium sulfate and formation of barium sulfate, which is adsorbed bilirubin. This adsorbed bilirubin filtered and formation of barium sulfate plus bilirubin filtrate by adding a ferric chloride of the Fauci's solution. Bilirubin oxidizes to the biliverdin and formation of green-blue color. What are the other blood tests to be carried out in this patient? Alkaline phosphatase test, direct and indirect bilirubin test. The parameters mainly we are measuring in serum, total bilirubin. Its normal range is 0.2 to 1 milligram per deciliter. Direct bilirubin normal range less than 0.4 milligram per deciliter, but in cases it is 11.3 milligram per deciliter. Indirect bilirubin less than 0.6 milligram per deciliter, but in cases 0.5 milligram per deciliter. Alkaline phosphatase 40 to 125 King angstrom units per liter. In cases 180 units per deciliter. Aspartate transaminase 5 to 40 international units per liter, its normal range. But in cases its value is 65 international units per liter. Alanine transaminase, its normal range is 5 to 40 international units per liter. But in cases 60 international units per liter. Obstructive jaundice, here the specimen is mainly serum or a blood. The test is unconjugated bilirubin or conjugated bilirubin. In unconjugated bilirubin, Van der Burg indirect test is normal in post-hepatic jaundice. In conjugated bilirubin, here Van der Burg direct test is also positive in the post-hepatic jaundice. Alkaline phosphatase, it ranges 40 to 125 units per liter, but it increases of 10 to 12 times increased. Laboratory findings in serum in jaundice cases. Obstructive jaundice. Total bilirubin levels are elevated. Conjugated bilirubin is elevated. Unconjugated bilirubin is normal here. And Van der Burg direct test is positive here. Second case. A 60 years old man came with joint pains, general weakness. He gave a history of weight loss of 10 kgs during the previous 3 months. His clinical findings, urine for Benjone's protein In case is positive, total protein reference value is 6 to 8 gram per deciliter. In case is 12.4 gram per deciliter. In case of albumin, 3.5 to 5 gram per deciliter. But in cases 1.7 gram per deciliter. Calcium, reference value is 9 to 11 milligram per deciliter. In cases, it ranges 3.2 gram per deciliter. Alkaline phosphatase, reference value 40 to 120 micro units per liter. Here, 220 micro units per liter. So here the case mainly describes about the multiple myeloma. Urine for Ben Jones proteins are positive. What is the probable diagnosis? What is the cause of this disorder? What is the Ben Jones proteins? How Ben Jones proteins are detected? What is the probable diagnosis? Answer is multiple myeloma. Multiple myeloma is a plasma cell cancer. It constitutes of 1% of all cancers affecting the population. Multiple myeloma cells are abnormal plasma cells that build in the bone marrow and form a tumors in many bones of the body. Normal plasma cell consisting of antibodies, these help to fight against infectious diseases. These are abnormal plasma cells, nothing but myeloma cells. What is active myeloma? On examination, on bone marrow examination, presence of large number of abnormal plasma cells. When we did the electrophoretic pattern, here gamma globulins are replaced by the M band. M band is nothing but of multiple myeloma band and presence of M spike here. When we open the skull and the presence of button-like lytic lesions, here the collapse of a vertebrae. Abnormal immunoglobulin cells. When immunoglobulin secreting cells are transformed into clonal malignant plasma cells. Here one clone is enormously proliferated. Initiation is followed by the progression. When one clone is enormously proliferated, a large number of same type of immunoglobulins are produced in large quantities. Increased or overproduction of abnormal immunoglobulins. In multiple myeloma, in patients of multiple myeloma, the gamma globulin synthesis is diminished and decreased of immunity. So hence recurrent infections are common in this patient. This is normal bone marrow slide. On examination of multiple myeloma bone marrow reveals that presence of large number of abnormal plasma cells and consisting of lytic lesions here. Multiple myeloma is mainly characterized by the hypercalcemia. Here in mnemonic form is CRAB, calcium, renal failure, anemia, bone pain. Hence, it is known as a CRAB. In hypercalcemia, increased levels of calcium in blood. So, multiple myeloma breaks down and releases the calcium into the bloodstream. And this formation of hypercalcemia, renal or kidney failure, multiple myeloma cells which produces a large number of abnormal plasma proteins. These abnormal plasma proteins which damages the kidney. Here, the kidney damage is also worsened by the hypercalcemia. Next, here multiple myeloma which invades the normal bone marrow and disrupting bone marrow, disrupting the manufactured RBC and formation of anemia here. In multiple myeloma which attacks the bone and formation of holes in the bone and makes the bone of softness and formation of due to the formation of hypercalcemia. So what is the cause of this disorder? Increase or overproduction of abnormal immunoglobulins by plasma cells. This is the structure of immunoglobulin. The structure resembles the Y shape of a tetramer. It contains of 2 light chains and 2 heavy chains. The 2 light chains or heavy chains are held together by disulfide linkage. Here, light chains, here light chains, which is light chain which is made up of 200 range of amino acids. Here heavy chain which is made up of 450 amino acids. Here heavy chain which consisting of carbohydrate moiety, hence gamma globulins are also known as an glycoproteins. What is Benzone proteins? They are the light chains of immunoglobulins excessively excreted in multiple myeloma. The image of the slide shows that light chains of an immunoglobulins excreted in multiple myeloma, nothing but here Benzone proteins. On urine examination, the presence of Benzone's proteins. He is the scientist of Henry Ben-Jones, first described the light chains of immunoglobulins. Hence, the light chains of immunoglobulins are excreted in urine. Hence, the term known as Ben-Jones proteins. These are the light chains of an immunoglobulins classified in 2 types, lambda chain and kappa chain. These are excreted in urine in excess amount. This mainly leads to the renal tubular damage. This is the structure of immunoglobulin, Y shape of tetramer, consisting of both light chain and heavy chain. How Benzone proteins are detected? By classical heat test. It can be precipitated at 48 degrees to 60 degrees. Bradshaw test. Addition of HCl into the urine, a white ring of precipitate is formed. And third test is nothing but Jones electrophoresis. Electrophoretic pattern in multiple myeloma. This is the normal pattern. First albumin followed by the alpha 1, alpha 2, beta and gamma. In multiple myeloma, electrophoretic pattern, albumin is present, alpha 1 is present, alpha 2 is present, but the presence of M band in between beta and gamma. Here gamma band which is also replaces this M band. And presence of M spike here, nothing but multiple myeloma band which replaces the gamma globulin synthesis. Third case. A fair-skinned, blue-eyed, blonde hair child of Scandinavian extraction was referred to pediatric unit. Child was extremely irritable nature. Urine is mousy odor. On examination, the skin is dry and had ecchymatous appearance. The neurological tests show that the child is mentally retarded. For chronological age, the urine sample was tested with ferric chloride, which gave a blue-green color. The blood levels of phenylalanine was 1200 micromoles per liter, but normal range is 0 to 60 micromoles per liter. The boy with untreated phenylketonuria, he was mentally retarded. Urine is mousy odor. These are the main symptoms of phenylketonuria: unpleasant and mousy odor, light hair, eyes with blue eye, and skin eczema rash, severe vomiting, misdiagnosis of pyloric stenosis. What is the diagnosis? What is the metabolic defect? What are the cofactors associated with phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme? What are the normal catabolite of phenylalanine? What is the diagnosis? Phenylketonuria, genetically mediated autosomal recessive disorder. What is the metabolic defect? There is a defect in phenylalanine metabolism, defect in phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. Here the phenylalanine is not converted into the tyrosine because due to the defect of phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. This is a normal phenylalanine catabolism. Here the phenylalanine must be converted into the tyrosine in presence of its cofactors of NADPase dependent reductase enzyme. Tetrahydrobiopterin is converted into the dihydrobiopterin. Altered metabolism in phenylketonuria. When there is a deficiency of phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme, so it can't be converted into the tyrosine. Here, increase the phenylalanine levels, which are accumulated in tissue and blood and excreted in urine. When the alternate metabolism is diverted, its pathway. So it is excreted, its metabolites in presence of a transaminase. Phenylalanine in presence of a transaminase is converted into the phenylpyruvate, phenyl acetate, phenyl lactate, and phenylglutamine. These are the four metabolites excreted in urine in large quantities. Here, the phenyl, due to the presence of a phenyl estate, urine gives a mousy odor. Presence of acetic acid. Here, the word phenylketonuria is coined due to the term of phenylpyruvate. Phenylpyruvate is a ketogenic. So it is this metabolite is excreted in urine in a large amount. Hence the term is known as an phenylketonuria. What are the cofactors associated with phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme? NADH, NADH and NADPH and tetrahydrobiopterin. These are the main cofactors in this metabolism. What are the normal catabolite of phenylalanine? Both glucogenic and ketogenic. Esteoesteric acid and fumaric acid are both glucogenic and ketogenic. Coming to the discussion part. Phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria is the most common metabolic disorder or inborn error in amino acid metabolism. Its genetic defect is autosomal recessive defect. Incidence. It occurs about 1 in 10,000 of newborns. Here, mainly enzyme defect is phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. Here, mainly the variant of phenylketonuria, mainly due to the defect in dihydrobiopterin reductase. The net outcome, the phenylalanine is not converted to the tyrosine. So, which leads to that the phenylalanine and its derivative levels are increased in the blood. So, and its metabolites are excreted in urine in a large amount. Hence, the term is known as an phenylketonuria. Clinical features of phenylketonuria. The phenylketonuria, accumulation of phenylalanine and its metabolites in the body. And also these are the main clinical and biochemical manifestations of phenylketonuria. First, mental retardation, failure to walk or talk, failure of growth, seizures, and very low IQ, below 50, and hypopigmentation, light skin color, fair hair, blue eyes. And the diagnosis of phenylketonuria. First test is Butry test, screening the newborn babies for the elevated the plasma levels of phenylalanine. The phenylketonuria normal range is 1 to 2 milligram per deciliter, but in phenylketonuria it ranges about 20 to 65 milligram per deciliter. A bacterial or Bacillus subtilis is the bioassay of phenylalanine. Ferric chloride test. Phenyl ketones in urine can be detected by this test. A green color is obtained in this test, but this is not a specific test. Next, DNA probes. The gene for human phenylalanine hydroxylase has been cloned. During the prenatal diagnosis of phenylketonuria can also be done by the DNA probes. Thank you.